Well, salutations again, dear viewers. This is a bit impromptu. This is technically my second solo win for Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8. Unfortunately, the footage of the first one was gone because before I had a chance to record it, well, the game updated literally the next day, which is unfortunate. The thing is, what makes this match unique is not the fact that it's a win, even if all the matches I post are wins, because what's the point in watching me struggle and fight for 15 minutes just to lose? The thing with this match is that this is a solo match in Asia servers, and the thing is, I was up against teamers at the end, which is what makes the win even more surprising. By the way, I love these sideways zones, because I love seeing the typical Fortnite hards get absolutely wrecked because they can't do any of their building bullshit. Just for the record. Because, like I said, most of them can't shoot to save their lives. Me and Z went into one of these zones during one of our matches, and we dominated, and we literally died the moment we left this zone. But yes, I know, I understand. It's Fortnite's whole thing, the building, yada yada yada. So I was here for a challenge. I have to dance for 5 seconds in this sideways area. And this is my first time watching the replay myself. This guy tries, because he knows that the wall will protect him, but not if I do that. I'm so glad they have a Spock emote and I got it without getting the battle pass. I'm actually really pleased about that. Anyway, I mean, you couldn't make the Spock emote a paid thing. I mean, in the memory of Leonard, for God's sakes. But yeah, I came here to dance in the zone, because that's what the challenge required, and the only reason I'm even bothering with Fortnite this season, it's the same story as Chapter 2 Season 3, where Kit was my sole focus. I didn't care about any of the other skins that season. The only reason I grinded that season out was I wanted Kit. Do I regret the time and effort spent? No, that season was not terrible, and this season is shaping up to not be terrible either. There's some interesting elements, but I still don't care for the game. That hasn't changed. And I mean, the rationale, the logic of, well, why bother getting skins to wear in a game that you hardly play? And it's like, well, there's a whole creative scene behind it, and, you know, I used to make multiplayer maps in this game. None of them were particularly well finished. Not poorly conceived, but not well finished. So yes, the sideways zone for this match was a bit hot, and of course everybody wants to get the new sideways stuff and complete challenges in here, but again, take the builds out of Fortnite and my whole capability as a player goes through the roof. Like, that's just the reality of the situation, because when these guys can't shield up with mats or any of that garbage, suddenly the whole dynamic changes in my favor. Now, the lag in Asia is not as bad ping-wise as the lag in, say, Oceania, where I was playing, but Oceania, and in fact Asia for that matter, have gotten very sweaty. Again, I'm almost entirely certain that a lot of that sweat is not native. It's people server shopping because they want an easier time. And hey, there are a lot of players who don't grind as much in this game on those servers. Tree blocked my shot there. So they were probably expecting me to come up the lines, which I didn't because I knew they were expecting me to come up the lines. Don't do what your enemy anticipates. So at this point, I'm actually actively hunting another player, which is not normally what I do. Again, not the point of this video. I'm honestly trying to suss out myself if the teaming I saw was what I thought I saw. Now, I don't know why, because I gotta be in clear view of this guy here. Because I thought that might be one of the AI characters, but no, they're just standing there. and then they pop out. I didn't realize that had to be reloaded. Now, I would skip over the time gaps. The trouble is, I didn't eliminate, nor was I eliminated when I ran to the teaming guys, and I don't know where that is on the timeline, because granted, I'm just coming out of this match now, and I want to capture it before it goes the way of my first win, where the footage is just lost forever because the replay I didn't record at the time. I probably should have. That's not the point. But I'm going to highlight in this interim, sorry that this video is going to take about 18 to 20 minutes, because I'm going to show their perspective to help confirm my suspicion. I saw a vehicle approach, and there were two guys in it. And they were going after a third guy. I was in a bush at the time, which, you know, gives me front row seats to somebody else's sad fate. And I was like, okay, did he board the vehicle? Because I know that you can board hostile vehicles and all that, and the thing is, it can sometimes be hard, depending where you are in the vehicle, to get a shot off at the driver. This, by the way, is another challenge. I had to travel 500 meters in a vehicle. The challenges just level you much faster, so that's my focal point. Besides, it's more entertaining than what I usually end up doing, which is die, reload, die, reload, die, reload. At least here I'm accomplishing something. I'm getting something in-game done. But I realized that the two guys, like, jumped on the third, and then nothing. And I hear two sets of footsteps running around. I hear the slurp launcher, which I didn't even know was still a thing. And then I actually saw the two of them in the same story of a building. And you can see right at the top left, this is solos. So they were teaming, and later on it got worse, because I swear I saw a whole squad in that same pickup truck in the final area, and it was like, are you kidding me? There's like a whole squad teaming in here. Because I was like, I have no chance. The thing is, they jumped the gun. They started murking each other before they encountered me, and then, well... Now, the farm, which is coming up next, that's where I first encountered the truck. And I'm actually going to switch from my perspective to theirs when we get there, because, like, I want to verify to all of you that what I saw was teaming, and the part of the reason I'm doing this recording now is that once I got the names of those guys, I'm doing my responsibility as a player to report them, because teaming in solos is a very big no-no, because when it happens, you give you and your teammate a significant advantage, and sure, in a solo match, only one of you is going to actually walk away victorious. However, that still doesn't make it okay. Because, again, the two of you, one of you, was going to be the one to win, because everybody else is sort of on their own, fighting for their own thing, and then you just show up, and you team on them. Like, for real? But yeah, that had me nervous at the end, and it has me upset now, because it's like, are you actually kidding me? But actually, I am going to jump forward a bit, because I'm fairly certain that it happened after the farm. Built the farm. Alright, we're coming up on it, though. Here we are. Yep. And there you go. This is a solos match. And now they're healing each other. Like I said, this group is going to multiply. There's actually more than two people teaming here. So yeah, I was in the bush, I heard all of this looting going on, and I'm like, Yeah, I mean, I was just in disbelief. Like, are you kidding me? They're teaming? Because I'm like, I'm completely screwed. I'm not particularly gifted at this game to begin with. I'm dealing with a ping of like 170. And I don't care if it's not that they were like coordinated at the other end. Yeah, I don't care if it was like spontaneous teaming. Spontaneous, whether teaming is premeditated or done on the moment, it's still teaming. Like, Epic made a big stink a while back about how this was not okay, and yet, you know, here it is. I mean, at one point, one of them's gonna betray the others. Oh yeah, and now the teaming expands to 3. All premised on the skin, I'd wager. So, we're going to swing around back to me, because I'm probably somewhere here. Now, I want to get to the moment when this group... Okay, so yeah, here's where they're engaged with somebody else. So yeah, we got a threefer of teamers here, and they are basically just going to pounce on the last, like, few players. Which, of course they are. It's 3 versus 1. You can imagine the other players feeling about, like, getting ganged up on like this, because it's a solo match. Yeah, I'm waiting for the moment when they betray each other. It has to happen at some point. Who's gonna be the Judas, though? Okay, well, it'll be whoever's knockout mark is the furthest in, obviously. Ah. Mr. Pink. Well, like I said, they jumped the gun, because they eliminated each other when there were still other players on the field. So unless it was a moment of opportunity, like the other two were low, because this guy's already starting to hang back, so you can kind of get the sense that he's lining up for it. Oh, there was no Judas! I just got insanely lucky that the other two died before I encountered the final survivor. I'm guessing he bought it first. Yep. Then this one got a rocket. He was emoting. You get what you deserve, man. So yeah, if circumstances hadn't broken down the way they did, and these cheaters, you know, just basically, yeah, I would have been up against teamers, and then it basically just would have come down to them betraying each other, like whoever had the most health with the best gun. So I get the sensation that he's perhaps a bit nervous right now, because he has no idea where I am. There's a medkit right there. What's he doing? Oh, there we go. Now, I broke wide, and I mean wide here. So, because I was trying to, like, stack things as much in my favor as possible. Like, if I can ambush the cheaters, maybe I could stand a chance. completely ignored the slurp launcher. I have a suspicion that this was the scrub of the team. Okay. Yeah, no, the scrub of the team was the last one standing. Wonder what that says about this game. Wonder what that says about Battle Royale. I've literally beaten that horse to death and back and to death again. I think I've made my point. Did he pick me up at all? I don't think... He had no idea where I was until I gave him what for. For being a cheating scumbag. Oh, there, he picked me up. Bro, if you're trying to keep low profile on the other side of the hill, it helps if you don't jump. Well, now he's probably being greedy, figures he can get money by killing me, because, of course... Yeah, because I had a bounty on me. He completely lost track of me. And this was his fatal mistake. So he picks me up going into the bush, and then does an Omega stupid by gliding in. Congratulations, you cheated, and you still fracking lost like a scrub. Anybody still critical about me bush camping? Is that still a thing? Oh, I can't bush camp, but these guys can team. Honestly, you know what? I'm looking for feedback. I'm gonna take record of their names. Actually, honestly, I should probably just report them. Because that, I mean, people are going to be like, oh, you got to knock them out for that? Come on, they were just looking for a good time. It's like, so was I. That's a lot harder to have when it's 3v1 in a solo match. Yeah, because I was just like, I figured that, like, somebody had gone Judas and killed the others, because it's going to have to happen eventually. But, no, like, they just died as a result of happenstance. I mean, okay. The Omega Scrub dives in on me, which was a horrible idea. He figured I was still around the corner of the hill, because, again, I'm using terrain as smartly as possible to avoid detection. So was he, because I lost track of him over that hill, and I'm like, oh, he's being sneaky too. I figured he had actually, like, gone for the bush, because he probably could have made it in the time that I was thing. So now I start tree hopping in case he has a sniper, so that I don't just get pinged from, you know, other side of the map, because my sniper has super lag. If he's actually in Asia, he doesn't have that problem. So it's at this point I decide, you know what, if he was in the bush, he probably would have taken a pot shot at me right now. And I basically just go for it, because it's like, I want an edge here, because making the cheater lose is... Because the cheaters shouldn't win, period. So now it's almost my civic responsibility to win this match, to, you know, cheating doesn't pay. So he catches me that last second I go in the thing, and I just whip out that gold pump shotty. Because I'm like, yeah, touchdown right on me, please. Thank you. Oh... You know what? Screw it. I'm reporting these guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you'll watch other videos that I've done. I hope you'll return to watch future videos. I hope you're all staying happy and healthy out there. And as always, fare thee well.